Alright, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Gaming Corner. Now I usually do a video about games I picked up throughout the month. Bad part for this month, for me, I ended up losing my job. So it made it really hard to buy any kind of games. I did pick up a few games and that, but unfortunately nowhere near anything major. Nothing for the Master System, because I just didn't have the money for it. But like always, my name is Matt. This is the Gaming Corner, and I want to welcome anybody who's new to this channel. In this channel, once a month I go over what games I picked up. I do some gameplay stuff, which still haven't quite figured out exactly what I'm going to do with my live streams yet, but I am working on it. The new job I'm looking into, if I get it, it's going to be excellent times for third shift. It's actually still going to allow me time to have time with my family and all that. To summarize, I did get a different job already. I start that next week. Not sure what hours I'm even going to be working yet. I told them I need third shift. They pretty much said it's going to be whatever shift that I'll be filling. So that's not a great way to start off somebody on a job. Sorry to say that. But at least I have something right now. But alright, let's get on to what we're talking about here. We're going to be talking about the games I picked up towards the end of February. That should have been posted around March 1st. I know I had that big reveal of the 30 Master System games after starting off my Xbox One Series X. Xbox Series X, let me get that right. But these were the games I picked up out of my own money before I lost my job. There's only a couple games, I think about 4, that I ended up getting. So we're going to go over those first. The gameplay will show up down over in this corner, someplace over this side of this, that side of the screen, whatever the hell my finger's pointing, I don't know. To me, it's this side of the screen. To you guys, I think it's that side of the screen. But let's go over the games. The first one for the Super Nintendo. Now, this is actually the Super Famicom version of the game. And it is, whatever that is, 88. In English, this is UN Squadron. It is a shump. You'll see the gameplay coming up down in the corner. This thing is hard, but man is it fun. I've been enjoying the hell out of this game. Heck out of this game. I've been enjoying the heck out of this game. It's a lot of fun. It reminds me a lot of, I think it's called Navy Fighters on the Capcom Arcade Collection. It reminds me a lot of that game. But like I said, this game has been a ton of fun, an excellent one to get. Look up UN Squadron for the Super Nintendo. When I looked it up, this came up for the Famicom version, same game. Well worth the money. Alright, the next game is one I believe I was watching Gaming Off the Grid, which these two guys do awesome videos, and they give me a lot of insight on games to look for. But I believe this one was by them, and it was listed as one of their still playing type games of this year. And it's a puzzler, and they claim it's better than Tetris, and so far I have to agree. And that is Dr. Mario! I'm Mario! This one took me a bit to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do, because I only got cart only, no instruction manual. Took me a bit to figure out what to do. It's addicting. I think I've only made it to like level 3 so far, and I get destroyed. But the idea behind this game, if you get this game and you don't have it yet, you see these little guys here, like this little blue guy and the little yellow guy right there? You have to match these pills, because, you know, Dr. Mario's going to make those suckers pop some pills, man. This was the stuff we played back in the day. We played games that were popping pills, buddy. But the idea is, you take the blue guy here. You see how you got the red and blue pill right there? You got to line up the blue with the blue guys, yellow with the yellow guys. 4 of them in a row. Boom, they disappear. Once you clear all of the viruses off the screen, because that's what these little guys are known as, you go to the next level. And it keeps getting harder and harder, just like any other puzzler should. This one I've been playing a lot too. It's amazing that I'm a Sega guy. Not gonna lie, I am Sega. All the way, 100%. I missed out when I was younger on this game and some of these other Nintendo games because I went straight Sega. I'm still Sega. Okay, I'm still a Sega guy. I'm worried more about completing Sega collections than Nintendo ones, but I'm picking up what games look fun. And I wish I had this earlier because this is a lot of fun. I play Tetris. I like it. Don't play it with my wife though because she kicks my butt in it. She kicks my butt in columns. She kicks my butt in this game. My wife is a puzzle genius, it seems like. All right. The next game, I don't think needs an introduction. I am going to say there's a reason why I only have 2 of this game so far, or of this series. I still need the second. I have the first and I have the third. I need the second. Gotta watch out. YouTube has a stupid thing out there that if you accidentally, start swearing or something, they mark you down and whatever. But this is number 3. This is the Famicom version of it. So it is the Japanese one. And it is, I don't think I'm going to need to even tell you the name of it. I mean, I could cover the name on here, and I guarantee you, if you are a fan of this guy, you're going to know who it is and what game it is. I mean, I can keep that covered. I think you already know what it is. Mario is a little raccoony dude. Boom, it's Super Mario Bros. 3. What else would it be? The gameplay footage you're going to see from this over in that corner over here, you're going to see why only Mario game I ever played was Mario 1. I knew about this one. I know about the tail he gets. I know he can fly with it a little bit. I've had friends that had it. So I know about it, but I never played it. I only played Mario Brothers 1. But, we got the Famicom version. Now, for any of you looking at this and looking at the NESA version, you might already see a little bit of a problem I have. Look at the difference in size there. Now remember, I play this on a Retron console back here. That allows me to do Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. There's a problem. Those pin layouts are different. I thought the thing I played on could play both because it can do NESA and Super NES because they're the exact same parts. Not here. So in order for me to test this, I had to wait a couple days because I had to buy something else. This was probably the most expensive thing I had to buy, by the way. I had to buy a 60-pin to 72-pin adapter. So this adapter allows me to play Famicom games on the Nintendo. Well, the fake Nintendo, I guess you could call it. And this thing actually works really good. It is also by the Hyperkin people, so it's by them. It can work in an actual Nintendo Entertainment System with this little pull tail it has here. But this is it right here. This is all it is. I put the NESA game in the top, plug this on in, play the game. Now it plugs in the way you're seeing it, so it'll be facing me. The NESA symbols will be facing me. Problem is, if you plug the game in like that, which I love this. Look, that thing is fucking loose. If you plug the game in like this, it will not work. Because you gotta stop and think. When you're putting this in the Nintendo, the game cart is supposed to be the other way around. Then the game will work. So I might even put it in backwards, just showing you. Oh my god, that sounds tighter than normal. That might have been backwards doing that too. I'd have to double check, but because this is the part that would go into the Nintendo, so this has to be this way wise. But yeah, it has to be backwards. It took me a while to figure that out. So if you ever get one of those and you're playing on a Hyperkin system, remember, whichever way this goes into the Hyperkin, the cartridge has to go on the back side. All right. Last and final game. This was a Dreamcast game that is one of those must-own on the Dreamcast. There are 2 of them on here. This is the first one. The second one's a little more expensive. The first one, even for the US version, is expensive, so that's part of the reason why I buy Japanese games too. Sometimes I find them cheaper. If they're cheaper, I buy them. As long as they're not role-playing games, I should be fine. But in order to play this next game, I needed this. This basically is your Game Shark cheat thing that you use on your Dreamcast. What I do with this thing is I put it in the Dreamcast. Now this is the only game I'm not going to have any gameplay footage showing of because I didn't feel like digging all my stuff out at the time being. But you take this, you put it in, just like it's not Game Shark, the action replay card I use on my Saturn. Before though, you tell it to start the game without cheats. You put the game in. You take this disc out, put the other game in, then you click start game, and any Japanese game works. And that Japanese game, like I said, is definitely one of the best to have. It's Power Stone. Power Stone. Awesome fighting game. Capcom blew it out of the water with this one. I originally did have this, the US version of it. I ended up at one point selling off my full Dreamcast collection, and I want to kill myself for it. Well, rephrase that. I didn't like it. Kind of ticked me off, but it took a couple years for me to figure out I should have held on to everything. But Power Stone, perfect condition disc, works like a frickin' charm, and the graphics on this thing are drop dead gorgeous. Now you can see the TV behind me back there. Game looks great on there. When I play it on the computer screen that I'm recording this on, it does go full screen. Upscaling is not as good as if you use the VGA box. You can use this, or even a proper HDMI hookup would show the graphics better than what mine do right now. You can kind of see that from the Nintendo games I put on here. But this is a game you gotta have. So that was everything I picked up. Now, lucky enough, since I am starting a new job next week, it's going to take me maybe a couple weeks to get everything resituated again because I got to catch up bills and stuff yet. But the game collection is going. I am down to 28 official Master System games that were released in the US. I am looking at picking up a couple Japanese versions that would work on the Mark III, which I'll have to get an adapter for that to work on my stuff here. But they're cheaper. Am I still going to buy the US version? Yes, I just went for the Mark III version for the time being. But this video has definitely gone on long enough. It was a short bye week because of me losing a job. First time I've ever lost a job in the fashion I did. Ended up, give you guys a little rundown. Working at a cheese factory. And not the cheesecake factory. I was working actually at a factory that made cream cheese. Unfortunately, shortly after the orientation ended, I ended up getting a tooth infection. I mean, you can see here when I'm talking at, I'm missing teeth. I was talking with a dentist to start getting everything straightened down out. Dentist found out that tooth on this side of my mouth is really bad. Well, after he found that, the tooth said, "Hey, you know we're bad now." And an infection started. My whole face swelled up. I mean, I had it swelled up all through here, up into the eye area, actually on this side of the eye. Eye swelled shut, couldn't see. I missed a day of work because of it. So that was one absence. Absence number 2 came from something I've never passed in my life. And that's a frickin' kidney stone. I ended up having a kidney stone. Left work early, so I had a quarter of a point. Missed 2 days. So technically right there I was already at 3 1/4 points. Had a doctor's excuse. They minused off 1 point. So left me at 2 1/4. Then living here where I live, and if you can't tell, I mean, it says that here, you can tell from this team that I wear hats for, I live in Wisconsin. We had a snowstorm a couple weeks ago that hit us. It hit us late. It came down really hard. To drive to where I was working was an hour away. Snow started late. Roads were really bad. My wife's been using my car right now while I'm working on hers. And she comes on in and tells me that the roads are terrible. She was sliding all over the place in my car, which makes sense. It needs new tires. Never helps with snow, by the way. And I ended up calling in that day. Got a call that morning when HR came in, and that put me back at 3.25 points, and I was let go. I've never lost a job due to attendance. First time for everything. But I did find another job, actually out here where I live, about 5 minutes from my house, which is great. If it snows, if it's a bad snow, I could walk to work if I needed to. I mean, it's that close. So that's all good there. And the other job that I'm still looking at that has really great hours also is about 5 minutes away. So either way, I can walk to my job if I needed to. Car breaks down, I could walk. But all right, I babbled on long enough. This is where we're going to leave this video. I should have a couple games picked up for the month of March because I'm still doing my door dashing at least. So I'll have a couple games picked up there. But other than that, I appreciate all the new guys who have joined on in. Thank you for clicking the subscribe button. I don't know if you hit the bell icon. I really don't. That's fine. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of a video, and I will see you guys in the next video, and hopefully I'll figure out when to get my streaming back up and running. Thank you for watching.